Hello and welcome to Iron Ball TV. This is Holdin Gate Warriors versus Spaceballs 18 for Novice League Tag Pro. Don't have a commentator tonight, probably, so just sit back and enjoy.
Hey, Iron.
So you give the heads up, we're gonna play up a clip and we're gonna commentate in our traditional second skin and salty Vic style.
Alright.
If you're unfamiliar with that style is, prepare to be amazed.
I'm ready.
Alright, Salty. Hit the clip.
Pull up a chair, sit back, and relax. It's time for Shooting the Shit with Second Skin and Salty Vic.
Yo, yo, yo! Salty Vic in the house here.
Welcome everyone, this is Second Skin, my good friend Salty Vic. We're here to talk to you about a couple of things. This wonderful Tag Pro game going on so far. But first, a more pressing issue, and that is
sir.
ladies.
Yes, sir, ladies. We are here to talk about the chicas today. You know, your boy Salty Vic, your boy Second Skin. You know, we've had a few ladies in our lives. We're a little bit older here. We've been through the young ladies, the extra young ladies, the middle-aged ladies, the old ladies, the even
And
older
grandmas.
ladies, and the wrinkled ladies. Yeah, we've been through it all. We've been through it all. Ain't that right, Second Skin?
That sure is, Salty. Now, I know I'm partial to the middle-aged ladies. There's a special some ball in my heart. Oh, and the lady boys. Those are some of my
Lady
favorites
boys.
too.
Yes,
But,
sir, the Lady Boys. Great times with the Lady Boys. Let me tell you a little bit about the Lady Boys before we get into our favorites, though, Second. You know where you find the best Lady Boys in all of the West Coast?
Where's that?
You find them at a little place I like to go to very often. I go there with my great friend Pro Clown here in San Francisco, California. We hit up Divas. Divas, yes, sir.
Divas. I've heard some rumors about that. I hear they have lady boys with the biggest dongs. Is that true?
The prettiest lady boys with the biggest dongs. They got it all.
Now, so I'll have to check that out, and you'll PM me that address, right, Salty?
Huh. It's already in the scent box, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. Now, we're here to talk a little bit about our favorites. Now, as a more mature and refined individual, I'm a fan of what are more commonly known as the MILFs. That's right up my alley. You know, that's where I started and where I finished too.
I got a good story of a friend of mine. You know, well, it's more of an acquaintance. He was a probably about a 35-year-old individual, a few years older than myself. Married. He's now happily divorced and you know, partying with women much younger than himself. But at one point in time, he was married. His wife at the time was pregnant, and I'm gonna tell the story in like a first-person tone, doing a nice impression of him. It'll paint the picture a little bit better. You know, when I had my wife and you know, I got her pregnant, man, I don't know what it was about her, just like her body, as it started to take shape into a more pregnant form, I just started getting more and more turned on by her and by her body. It was just crazy. She just would, you know, she would get me so excited, like every time I saw her, and how like big she was. And I swear to God, like as she got more and more pregnant, like as she was about to pop, like I just got more and more like excited by her, more attracted to her. And you know, so I just couldn't keep my hands off of her. And then, you know, after she had the kid, we went to Babies R Us to get the kid some clothes. And there's this one girl there, you know, Latina chica, and she was pushing around a little stroller with like a 3-month, 6-month-old baby in there. And I don't know if you know this, but when a baby starts crying, you know, that means they're hungry. And you know, her baby started crying, and her nipples started like lactating, from the sound of the baby crying. I guess it was like a natural instinct. And I swear to God, when I saw the nipples lactating because it made rings in her t-shirt, I just got so excited that I had to go into the bathroom of The Kids Are Us, and or The Babies Are Us, and I just had to rub one out. So that's the story. I went into the bathroom of Babies Are Us, and I just couldn't help myself anymore. That's not my story. That's the story of a guy I met one night. He told me this, very high on cocaine in San Francisco, California. It was quite an interesting story. Wouldn't you agree, Second Skin?
I agree. That's I mean, as a man with a wife that was pregnant one time too, I could see the appeal. It's not my personal favorite, but there's something for everyone in this wonderful world, and I'm glad that jerking off in a Babies Are Us was something that was able to be accomplished by a finer individual than myself.
So would you say you're into older women?
I am, in fact. It's something I've always enjoyed. It's they got the experience, the knowledge, the know-how. You know how all that works.
It's true. It's true. You know who else? Gossip time. You know who else is into older women?
I believe you're talking about our good friend Didara. Am I mistaken?
Didara is one that is a freak for sure. But a little bit of a rumor going around the Tag Pro community. If you know Gilly Ball, spelled with a G, some might call him Jilly Ball. I heard he hooked up with Sally Vick.
Ooh,
nice,
yes.
A little older sloozy in the Tag Pro community as well. Yeah, she comes around on a late night. A little bit of an older woman, quite a cougar. Very, very slutty, especially when she gets a few spritzers in her. And
I heard Gilly did this the first time. He was tricked with some mangoes. That was the rumor mill there, is that when he first met Sally Vick, she offered him some mangoes for his service, and he obliged, and he obliged again.
Oh wow! That's Sally Vick. She knows how to win a man over. She's quite the seductress. So if you have a crutch, she will find it. She'll get a couple wine spritzers in her, a couple little margaritas, and you'll fall into her trap. That's for sure. I've fallen into it many times.
I've heard it's quite a nice trap.
Yes, one of the loveliest, especially for an older woman such as herself. And when we're talking older, we're talking 55 plus.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there is no older than 55. At least
we're talking middle-aged under 55, isn't that right?
That's right. Anything under 55 is middle-aged.
Speaking of middle-aged, you know what happens frequently when a porn star gets a little too old? You know what he has to do? He has to go gay for pay. You ever hear that phrase?
Oh, yes. I have a good friend who went into the industry trying to do some regular, and they wouldn't let him do anything other than that. So when you're in the middle of Hollywood and you need some money, and you've already exhausted all your options, sometimes you just gotta take it, and that's what he did over and over again.
Wow. Do you have any more information? Was he a top, a bottom, both ways?
I believe he was a bottom in his payment forms.
Wow. Is he still active?
I don't know if he's still active. I believe he actually transitioned into a legitimate Hollywood role. So sometimes big things come from taking small packages.
Or bigger packages.
Now, I've heard talking about gay for pay. I believe there's a Tag Pro name called Gay for Pay. It's one of my favorites. Any other ones that you really enjoy seeing when you're hitting up the pub, Salty?
Oh yeah, absolutely. When I'm in the pubes, I love all the ball puns. You know what I mean? Especially Dong Lord, one of my favorites, my boy. You got Magnum Dong. Now, I've always wanted those two to go head to head. Worlds collide. Who has the bigger dong? You know what I mean? Is it the Lord or is it Magnum?
I don't know. I don't know, Salty.
All right, listeners, we're going to have to do a timeout here. We're going to need your support. We might be getting kicked off the air shortly. So we need your support. We need you to rally behind us. If you like what you hear here, we want you to rally behind us here.
That's right, viewers. Sometimes, radios need to make their show drives. This is the Second Skin and Salty Vic public service request.
Shooting the shit, baby.
We need to get all of our listeners. If you can donate just one tag coin, you can help some commentators in need.
You can. Hey, listen, let me tell you about another nice name. XX Jizzlord XX. You ever hear that guy?
I have not.
That's a hell of a name. Now, I've always asked him, and he never tells me. Is he the lord of, other dudes' jizz, or just his own jizz? Or, all jizz, he's just, so open to any type of jizz. He's just the absolute lord of everything and anything that has to do with jizz. That's how I perceive it, at least. What would you say about that? You think he's a man of his own jizz or other dudes' jizz?
I think he's probably the lord of other, because there's only so much that you yourself can produce. So if he's the lord of it, has to be a significant portion.
Has to incorporate more dudes, right?
Absolutely, it can't just be one.
Yeah. I think we're in agreement here. Lord of all jizz.
I can't see any logic that's other than that.
You know where I heard he stores his jizz?
Where's that?
In a meat suite. Heard he rents out space in a meat suite.
The meat suite. That's the secretive clubs that homosexual males go to beat their meat. Am I correct in that, or is there an alternative method of using that?
That's the only format of suite where there's meat that I've heard of. So yeah, I think that is spot on. Yeah, I don't think there's any alternative to that.
All right, those of you watching the game, we're 40 seconds left. I hope you enjoyed our commentary for this half. I know it was very heavy in the Tag Pro, but sometimes you just have to talk about Tag Pro for 10 minutes instead of other things. So we try to keep this serious for you guys. We're glad that you enjoyed it. 20 seconds left, and it's 4-1. Probably end that way. Thanks all you guys for joining us. We hope to see you guys again soon. And, make sure you take care. All you fancy ladies and gentlemen.
Pull up a chair, sit back, and relax. It's time for Shooting the Shit with Second Skin and Salty Vic.
Thanks for having us, Iron.
Thanks, Iron.
All right, just stepped off set. My director, Rawson Thurber, just ran up to me. We had a little accident. He said, "Are you bleeding?" I said, "Bleed? I ain't got time to bleed." All right, let's pop the sumbitch back in. All right, just
What is this? Oh. I get a link
There's 40 seconds left.
in the whole game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who won?
Holdin Gate Warriors took game 1 and then got absolutely destroyed for game 2.
Okay. Sweet.
Alright, this has been Iron Ball TV, streaming Holdin Gate Warriors versus Spaceballs. That concludes this week's match. Tune in tomorrow for the B team matchup. Thanks for watching.